يعني أنا بحط المجد كله للرب لأنه هو بيعتني فينا. وأنا في عندي ترنيمة تقول سنين طويلة مضت والرب معتني بينا. وكلمة معتني بينا إحنا لأنه إحنا سلمنا له وهو يجري. بتقول كتاب مقدس سلم للرب طريقك وهو يجري. إحنا بنسلم له وهو قائدنا، هو مرشدنا بالروح القدس، وحياتنا هي مكرسة لمجد الرب. أنا قبلت الرب ب4/8/1956، ومن هذاك الوقت احنا سلمنا حياتنا وبيوتنا وعائلاتنا كلنا للرب، وأنا عايش للرب، خادم للرب. نجد الرب، مجدا إله. هللويا.
شكرا معلوم، شكرا للرب، كل حياتنا بيد الرب.
والدي عبارة عن مدرسة، أنا بعتبره مور صديق. every day صار لي أنا بفاونتن بالي أكثر من 23 سنة 20 سنة. every day I never wake up in the morning أطلع برا إلا ما يكون الوالد فاتح الكتاب المقدس عم بيقرأ الديفوشن أو بيقرأ الكتاب المقدس. The first thing he does يقرأ كلمة الرب. لما قرأت اليوم المزمور 23 الرب راعي، فعلا هذا المزمور 23 هي عبارة عن سيرة ذاتية للوالد والوالدة. طبعا أنا عايش حياتي بالإيمان بصلوات البابا والماما، وطبعا زرعوا الإيمان فيي محبة الرب. أنا بدي أول شغلة من لما كنت أنا صغير حتى في الأردن، يعني أي شغلة البابا عبارة عن إكزامبل لإلي. طبعا هو كان صعب علي إني أطلع أنا من الأردن، ولكن after like 27 years I cannot believe it إنه كل إخواني وإخواتي يكونوا موجودين معنا اليوم. يعني amazing event إنه كل أولاد أبو نزيه وأم نزيهة، زاهي، بعدين أنا زهير، بعدين أختي لؤيس، بعدين ليديا، بعدين نزار، بعدين سكون، كلياتهم وحوالي 20 23 حفيد كلهم موجودين مع بعض اليوم. كنا في الحفلة. يعني نشكر رب أنا على محبة البابا والماما، على الإكزامبل اللي زرعوا فينا إلنا وللأحفاد ولكل أجيال. يعني اليوم كان إيفنت أنا بالنسبة لي it's not because أنا أبوي وأمي، ولكن إيفنت عظيم إنه الرب هو إن لم يبني الرب فباطل يبني البناؤون. الرب هو الأساس كان بهذا الزواج، هو الأساس بهذا الفرح، هو الأساس باستمرارنا بالحياة بأفق رائع وبأفق رائع. كيف بدي أقول، مش بس رائع لإلنا، لأولادنا ولأولاد أولادنا وأجيال أجيال.
ربوني على مخافة المسيح وحسب كلمة الله الإنجيل المقدس يسوع المسيح. أنا بتمنى الرب يعطيهم العمر المديد 100 سنة بصحة وسلامة. أنا بشكرهم على التربية الجميلة لعائلتنا بكل أفرادها. الرب يكون معهم دائما يحرسهم.
بجوز كان عندي أنا موهبة من زمان وصغير إني أنا كنت شوي بالرسم شاطر، فكانوا قد محبتهم إلي أبوي كنت أطلع عليه بتذكر وأنا صغير بده يعني أكمل دراستي، بس بنفس الوقت كان حاب إنه ماشي بالفن اللي كنت كان يفتخر فيه، كنت أحس فيه هالشيء هذا، رغم إنه بس كان يحاول يوازن بين الشغلتين، بين الدراسة والهاي. طبعا بتمنى لهم لأبوي ولأمي من محبتي الكبيرة فرصة سعيدة إني أنا جيت من اليونان، هلا عايش باليونان وجيت أشوفهم من هون يعني، والفرحة الكبيرة إنه 70 سنة من عمرهم بزواجهم كانوا عايشين مع بعض. طبعا هذا إن شاء الله يكون مثال لكل الناس زينا.
Favorite thing about Teta is when she sings, and
I love that Jiddo is so kind and so funny.
They're always so generous and loving, and they always smile whenever we're around them.
I like the presence that they bring to our house. I think that is a blessing that us four have had, being the only family that has been able to live with the grandparents their entire lives. They bring energy to other people, and I think that is something that, especially with all the family here right now, I'm really realizing is they have given that trait to all their grandchildren, like my dad and their children. And I think that's like my favorite thing about them is that they give life and they give energy and they give joy and happiness and grace to other people.
So we're the youngest 3 grandchildren in the whole grandchildren. So it's Luna and me and then Presh. She's like the older, I'm younger. Luna's the baby.
Happy anniversary to the best in-laws. I am thankful for you. 70 سنة واو ما بعرف كيف بس هذا اللي صار. So happy anniversary. أنا بقول لهم أنا أكتر واحدة من خواته ال8 والإخوان كلهم أنا عشت معاهم and I am blessed because of them. كل الموجود من عندهم، إذا محبة، إذا احترام، كرم. So I am thankful for my in-laws. بتمنى أن أكون زيهم. I pray إنه ربي يكمل صحتهم بتمام. وأشكركم على زهير، أشكركم على ابنكم اللي بيحبني زي ما عمو بيحب مرته. كل غلطاتنا ومشاكلنا ولسه في محبة. That's all I can say. Thank you. Happy anniversary.
I am so happy to be here celebrating with everyone their 17th year's anniversary, wedding anniversary. I am excited to be here. I am amazed by the fact that they have been together for such a long time, happily married. I admire them and I look up to them, and I hope that if I ever get married, I will get the chance to live for 70 years with my significant other. I just want to say to them that I love them so much. I know that because I live far away in Greece, I don't get the chance to see them very frequently. And I just want to say thank you to Zohair and Ban for making this possible and for gathering the family and for giving us the chance to spend this amazing day together. I am so glad. I give them my heartfelt wishes.
Just to reiterate, I think she really hit the nail on the head about like the energy that they bring to like day-to-day situations, but also to each other. I think something really rich about their relationship is they do have a lot of just like natural banter and like cheerfulness within like their day-to-day interactions. Like they can make the most simple things so joyful and cheerful and just bring a lot of like laughter and energy into your life. And I think that's something that I value so much about my grandpa. And I really value a lot about my grandma too, because she's always surprising me. And I think she's always surprising other people too. But I think Lavana really summed everything up super well.
Yeah, somebody's got to go next time.
Sorry.
Somebody's got to go first. I mean, yeah, the only thing I'll add to that is I think that it's like that throughout elementary school and, you know, throughout high school until we basically left for college. It was the daily return from home and conversation that meant the most to me. Like also just walking in and like seeing their faces light up when they see you. It is really like the most, it's the most special feeling in the world.
Just seeing Jidda on the couch.
Or you look at Teta and she seems like really tired, and then she looks at you and she smiles and it gives you like all the joy in the world. That's the main thing that I feel like. I mean, I used to eat dinner with Jidda or like lunch with Jidda during my senior year specifically. Like he would make me dinner very often, and it was really a great time to like chat and just reflect on the day. But I think apart from that, I'll say that I think they are both very good examples, especially like I'm closer to Jidda, I guess, a little bit possibly, and I would say that his example of like patience and kindness in difficult moments, stands out above the rest. So I mean Teta as well. She's beautiful, and not many people can really compare to how she makes you feel. But
there are a lot of things, so it's hard to really choose one. Something that's coming to mind though is just the way we all can laugh together. Their love for God as well is just the thing that I will always treasure and see. So
أنا اسمي ليديا، بنت منولي وناجية عويس. بحب كتير أشكر أبوي وأمي على التربية اللي ربوني إياها، على المساعدة، على الدعم، على القوة اللي أعطوني إياها لحتى أقدر أعيش حياتي بالطريقة هاي. بشكرهم لأنه ورجونا محبة، ربونا بطريقة حلوة، وبشكرهم على كل التضحية اللي ضحوها لأجلنا. البابا والماما ربوا 8، ما كان هذا الشيء سهل. البابا هو الوحيد اللي كان يشتغل قبل. ما بتذكر إنه أمي بالليل كانت تقدر تنام من كتر الشغل اللي كان عليها. بتذكر يا ماما ذكريات أيام الملوخية وأيام اللبنة وأيام الباذنجان المكدوس اللي كنتي تعمليه. كل سيزن، كل فصل كان عندك مهمة بالبيت لازم تعمليها، وهي المهمات ما كانت سهلة. كنا نقدر نساعدك بشوي، بس الشغل الكبير كان عليكي. وأنا الإيجابية اللي عندي بحياتي أنا أخذتها منكم اثنيناتكم. بشكركم على محبتكم، على تضحياتكم، على كل شيء قدمتوا لنا إياه واللي لسه عم بتقدموا لنا إياه. الرب يعطيكم العمر المديد، والرب يعطيكم الصحة لحتى تفرحوا بأحفاد أحفادكم كمان، والرب يكون معاكم ويبارك أيامكم. بشكركم مرة تانية زهير وبان على هاي الجمعة الحلوة اللي فعلا a memory we will never forget. مش نحنا ولا أولادنا رح ينسوا هذا اليوم. Thank you so much for everything.
أنا بدي أحكي نقطة كثير مهمة بحياتنا صارت. يعني هذا الزواج 70 سنة. قبل يومين كنت أنا وأخوي زاهي ونزيهة إخواني، فزاهي ونزيهة بيقولوا إلهم سنة 35 سنة متزوجين. combined ال 35 70 سنة. يعني imagine the longest marriage in our family 35 سنة total of that 70. بس كيف صار؟ أنا كثير مهم إنه الماما والبابا. البابا قلبه كثير حلو، والماما مع إنها بسيطة illiterate. يعني when I say illiterate تقدرش تقرأ، يعني قراءتها جدا قليلة، ومع هذا بالحكمة بنت البيت.
And we once went on a cruise with them around Sydney on a boat for a few hours Teta felt a bit sick, but we had a good time.
We always see like Teta and Jiddo like together, and like Jiddo always taking care of Teta. Like even when her blood sugar's low and she's like mad at everybody, she always like listens to Jiddo because he always knows what's best for her. And like I just think it's so nice to have somebody that knows what's best for you even when you don't like it, and will push you through it and like always walk you through it every time, you know?
Yeah, and like Teta's always there to welcome us when we walk in the home, because like me and Precious, like we used to live like right next to Luna, and so we'd walk in all the time, we'd come biking, and Teta's always there to welcome us. Like, you're like Asula and Habibti, we love you. She's there, yeah, and honey, and like.
But she's the honey, not us.
Yeah, she's the honey.
We always fight.
Yeah.
No, you're the honey. No, you're the honey.
Yeah.
I'm really proud to be a grandchild, and I'm really happy that we get to all be here and celebrate together, because 70 years is a very long time, and I'm very excited that we get to see them grow, we get to see them live on to live a beautiful and long and healthy life. So we're very proud and we're very happy to be here today, especially seeing all of the cousins, all of the brothers and sisters whom we haven't seen in so long.
Yeah.
From Australia, Greece, London, everywhere.
Yeah. They definitely spread their generations like across the world, and like we're all like a little part of us are in each and every place, and we like grow and we all have a little part of them inside of us. And like Jiddo, how he like grew our garden back at our home. He'd come every day and grow the garden and make it flourish. He grew our family, and they flourished, and we're all growing like beautiful plants and flowers, and we carry on their legacy and their name.
I love when they come to Australia. I love when they visit or when they call my mom, just to see how that brightens up her day, that brightens up my day. I love their hugs, and yeah, I don't think they could have done it alone. I think the way that their marriage is grounded in God and the way they brought up their kids in His word and in His ways is so telling of their love for God, and yeah, and then 70 years is that, showing that achievement, yeah.
They're very giving people. I think my grandpa and my grandma, like they would rather someone be fed before them, someone be nourished before them. Like if you walk into a room, they're gonna try and give you something. But something that I think is always so silly is that my grandpa always has this joke where people have to like pay him $1.
I knew I
said that last time.
Okay, that wasn't what I was gonna say, but yeah, 100%.
That was like the first one. I know it's like a cheap one to use, but like that is like my favorite thing about him, just like bantering with him about like how much to pay him and always wanting to pay him more, and him refusing and like not really being serious. Like I swear if you offer him a piece of cake, he's gonna tell you you owe him $1.
I think like the disparity, or like the difference between his stern normal face and then like his unbelievably like
So
laughing
funny.
like, you know, like can't help but like smile
when he
like
doesn't want to laugh.
yeah,
Make him laugh.
like
I didn't feel like make a face and go, like and like just kind of like stare.
He's like,
But then like kind of
Yeah.
like start getting.
it's because also I think the funniest thing to me is my friends that are, you know, white Americans like come to the house and they're like, you know, he comes from his room in his pajamas, and it seems like he's very serious.
like
And then like I see him and I'm just like talking about like a random thing that like an old memory of ours, and he just like will start cracking up and he cannot stop laughing. And it's like he's the most like kind-hearted, like, you know, light-hearted individual as well. And he strikes the fear of God in some people because he like has this like sense of like I don't know, this
intimidation
kind of, but like it's more like authority and like seriousness about like, you know, the way he commands
like
himself.
this is his garden, you know. They've been married for so long, and I think especially like some physical factors play into this, but the way that they communicate like cracks me up. It's not like oh they're like they're yelling, they're in a screaming fight. It's like he's just talking to her like, get up, like let's eat. But like it sounds like I have my friends here and they like get scared, or sometimes it'll be at night, something will happen to them in their room and they're like yelling at each other.
And
so,
he's like, have you brushed your teeth yet?
Yeah. And he's literally just like, get up and brush your teeth. But like it sounds like this big like fight is taking place.
Yeah.
And it happens like 8-10 times a day, but it's not like a fight.
It's okay, that's
like,
too many times. No.
but it's like not like a fight, it's just like love. It's just the way they communicate.
Like when I was younger, I had a bird, and he'd just take the bird, he'd grab him from his cage, and he'd just squeeze him. Like, no, it's like it's like he's
Wait,
not
what?
squeezing him.
Maverick.
I know the bird. I know what. But
You
just
would just like
squeezing?
hold him. Like the other day, he caught a butterfly, and he was like holding the butterfly. Like he looked like he's been like squish it in his hands, but he looks like he's holding it so tight, but he's like not even hurting it at all.
And then he always scares me, and he knows that he scares me, so he like does like he like pulls it up a little bit to scare me more.
I had a rabbit when I was younger at their old house, and he picked it up by the ears and he waved it around in front of me. He said, "We're gonna eat this for lunch today," and I cried and I was so sad because I thought he was serious. I thought he was so serious.
For $1.
Yeah, and he says
$1.
everything is $1. He's like, Grace, $1, and he says it in an angry, stern voice.
When they're fighting, she's like, "Yeah, I'm on the sea," like shush, and then she always goes away, and she's like, she sits there, and she's like,
she's
like,
funny.
No,
she
no.
like laughs like,
She's
and
like-
she's like, "Don't worry, guys."
Yeah,
he's
and
okay.
she's like so sassy when she gets like. I love Teta. She's so cute.
Kind of,
Yes,
she's like,
Teta's so sassy.
Just don't worry, like that.
عمو يعني أنا لو منك بغير السعر من $1 ل10 هلا في انفليشن الله يخليك يعني بس كل إشي $1 اعملوا $10 بس هذا بحكي أعطيك نصيحة بزنس وايز بس هذا بحكي يعني كل تينة $5 هيك بقول.
I just want to say thank you so much for always showing us and each other and everyone so much love. And I know, especially the older I've gotten, I've learned that our family does it in very different ways than normal people. But from you guys, I've always felt cared for, whether it's a freshly like home cooked meal for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or the way you guys clean and upkeep the house, and the way you guys care to like sit and talk to us and just like love us and give us hugs and kisses every single time we come home. You're just always there, and I think your presence has meant so much in all of our lives. And I think especially as one of the grandchildren that live with them, like I experienced that, and I've experienced it my entire life, and it's something I definitely don't take for granted, especially in the times I've moved out and come back. Like, I love you guys so much, and I know you guys probably are not going to understand what I'm saying, so I hope someone's translating, but you guys have inspired me to just become a better person and to be a stronger person, and like not only on my own, but with the family's help, but with like God's help. And I think that's something you guys have taught me a lot, is that like God will get you through anything, and God's love and care means so much in someone's life, and that's something I don't want to take for granted. Especially the more I'm around you guys, I think I learned that, and how much I realize like I need to dive in to my relationship with God, because that's what you guys did, and that's how you guys made it this far, and that's how our family is so big and joyful and amazing and happy. And like, we have our flaws, but like that's how we all are here today. So we love you guys.
Yeah, so what I'll say is that throughout life, I think that Teta and Jiddo have been an inspiration to all of us. They've been like a massive point of motivation because understanding their experiences and their like, you know, what they've gone through to give us opportunities that we don't deserve, and we're just very lucky to have. It's just something that I carry with me whenever I've left the house, and it's something that I think has been a constant point to reflect on when I think about how unbelievably lucky and gifted, or not gifted, sorry, how unbelievably lucky and special the people in my life have been. I think about specifically what they've meant to me in those really hard times, and what's brought them to America, and what's brought them to raise 8 kids in the a very difficult environment, to say the least. So I appreciate all that you guys have done for us, and I will tell you that in person after this video.
I know I'm still young, but when like we're all together with Jiddo and Tete, and it just feels like so special, like having everybody around. Like I feel like now more I realize how like
fortunate I actually am, because I like come home from school and like I'm tired and I always see Teta. She always makes me so much more happy, and she notices that I'm like tired, you know, like she always says like what's wrong, Luna? And she's always like, Leo's been waiting for you. She always tells me that Leo's been waiting for me.
Oh,
And that like Jiddo, he's like either working or sleeping on the, like he's always doing something so active, and I feel like we were very fortunate to like wake up and see them, come home and see them.
That's a great point.
And like Jiddo wondering where we are when it's like 12 at night, and he's like, why aren't you guys home yet? And he just wants us to be safe. So I think that we're like really, really lucky to have them just like right by our sides whenever we're in the house. So
yeah, I think they've all said everything that I kind of want to say, but to me, something that is so important to me about them and something that's always been seen is how like selfless, humble, and like understanding that they are. And I think that brings a lot of like value into the way that all of us treat our relationships as a way we've like seen it happen through them and like through the rest of our family. Like regardless of their age, like they're always the first one to serve, and they're always the first people to be thoughtful and encouraging. Like my grandma and my grandpa are almost 90 now, but you will never see them like not offering to help, like not washing dishes. Like last night everyone had eaten, and like I look over, I had gone and I came back, I looked over and my grandpa was doing the dishes. Like they're the first ones to wake up and make everybody breakfast. Like if they don't see you in 5 years, like they will remember what your favorite thing you had was, and like bring that to you as like the first thing they see when they see you. And it just really shows like the value of thoughtfulness, the value of understanding, and just how much like they really listen and care. Like I think through our whole life they've been so encouraging, like especially even as like a woman, like they've always been so encouraged to be like educated and really be independent and like do everything for yourself. And like my grandpa especially has always been the one to be like, go to school, stay in school, but go back to school, be the top of your class. He would literally, even in college, be like, what are you, like how is school? Like he would call me and like always check up on me just to make sure I was okay. And when I'd come back, if I was studying, he'd bring me things. Like all of them are just like such a good example of like love and selflessness. And like I think I wish we could all emulate that as much as they do, because I think it's just so selfless, so genuine.
So good. Yeah.
They really like want what's best for their family and everyone around them.
The only thing that I remember is that my dad has always been saying if he got to choose his parents, I know we don't choose his parents, but if he ever got to choose his parents, he would choose in every lifetime Jiddo and Teta. And he is trying to be a symbol, like a father as Jiddo and Teta.
An example.
Yeah. Example, yes.
Yes.
بدي أقول لأبوي لأمي إنهم يكون الحياة طويلة أكبر كمان من هيك، لأنهم بيستاهلوا، خاصة للوالد إنه يعني بكنيسة وخدمته للكنيسة ساعد ناس كثير، وبتوقع إنه في ناس تأثروا منه زي ما أنا كمان تأثرت منه بالكنيسة. أكيد الإشي هذا، وللوالدة طبعا محبتي لها كعائلة كلياتنا، من محبتنا لجميع العائلة ولجميع الناس حوالينا.
Congratulations on your 70th anniversary from your Australian grandkids.
I think when they came to Australia and they were making mansaf in the kitchen. I think when Teta was making mansaf in the kitchen.
هم ربونا بهذه الحياة الجميلة اللي أعطونا إياها. أنا بشكرهم جميلا وجزيلا، وألف مبروك لل 70th anniversary لهم. أنا بعطيهم كامل المحبة والمجد لاسم يسوع. حياتهم هم حياة اكزامبل لنا وللجميلة إنه يكون دائما تحركاتهم قدوة لكل أفراد عائلتنا.
لو ما محبة الرب بقلب الوالد بقلب الوالدة احنا مش موجودين. ونشكر الرب، ربنا الثمانية، imagine 8 we are healthy، ما في عندنا عيب، ما في واحد صار عنده عيب. كان طبعا اذا بتتركها انت للطب والاشياء الثانيه 100% it's going to be a very fault raising kid. واحد عنده إعاقة، عنده مشكلة، بس نشكر الرب. الرب أعطانا healthy life و healthy mentally and spiritually. أنا بشكر الرب على أهلي، بشكر الرب على أبوي وأمي، لأنهم فعلا أب وأم صالحين، وهم example لإلي ولمدامتي ولكل الأجيال، لأولادي وأجيال وأجيال. بابا ماما I love you so much. أنا بحبكم جدا جدا جدا. حبكم في الأعماق in my bones. It's not something أي حب عادي، ولكن داخل بالنخاع الشوكي تبعي بأعماق عظامي. I love you so much. وأنا كثير أنا بحبكم. I really appreciate you. ما بعرف بالعربي ودي قولت، بس I really أنا ممنون إني أنا أكون اسمي ابنكم. I'm really أنا ممنون لكم جدا جدا جدا. شكرا.
Congrats جدو and تيتا.
بيبكن كتير.
تيتا جدو منحبكم.
جيدو and تيتا سكاليتيريا كتبقى مدخرونيا كامو.
عيد زواج سعيد بابا وماما، عيد زواج ال70، إن شاء الله بنشوفكم بعيد زواج ال80 باسم يسوع.
تيتا جدو منحبكم.
أهلا وسهلا بالجميع. Thank you so much for everybody coming today. You put the effort to come to show up, and thank you so much for my brothers and sisters. Nazi, Zahi, Naziha, Nizar, Oweiss, Sukun, everybody, Lydia, إجا من أستراليا، من اليونان، من أوهايو، من بريطانيا. They put the effort. Thank God for everybody coming here. طبعا أهلا وسهلا بالجميع كلياتكم. And I want to say something. Today we're celebrating 70-year anniversary for my mom and dad. It's not about the 70 years. The teacher, the real teacher, my dad, he is, and my mom. Thank God for them. I want to say something. He's my dad, and who's your dad? Pastor Manoli, but he's more than my dad. He is my dear friend. I want to say something. We've been together here living in America over 20 years probably. Every day, in Livingstone or here, when I go back to the backyard, my dad, he loved the backyard. Everybody noticed that. You know what? Every day he has his Bible, reading the Bible. And you know what? One of the things, I want to read it together. Whoever can read it in Arabic or English, I'm going to read it in Arabic. مزمور 23 يقول الرب راعية، لأنه this is what it says about my dad. That is the true story, that's the true man who is my dad. الرب راعية فلا يعوزني شيء، في مراعٍ خضر يربضني، إلى مياه الراحة يوردني، يرد نفسي يهديني إلى سبل البر من أجل اسمه، أيضا إذا سرت في وادي ظل الموت لا أخاف شرا. نشكر الرب. أنا when I read those verses from the Bible, that is the true dad I have. That's the true father I have. عصاك وعكازك معي ترتب قدامي مائدة تجاه مضايقي، مسحت بالدهن رأسي كأسي ريا، إنما خير ورحمة يتبعانني كل أيام حياتي، وأسكن في بيت الرب إلى مدى الأيام. آمين. This is the true things, and this is what I want to say something about my dad. He is the verses I read from the Bible. Psalm 23. That is his life. That is his. في صديق عزمته الأخ المحبوب، حد بيعرفه الأخ حنا؟ الأخ حنا اعتذر، هو أسيس في سياتل، فكتب الأخ الحبيب أبو نزيه، الأخت الحبيبة أم نزيه. أنا الأخ حنا فهمي، أنا تعرفت عليكم في الأردن سنة 1975، ونحن خدمنا معا في الأردن في عجلون وأربد ولبين وأماكن متعددة بالفعل. أنتم عائلة مباركة، نحن نحبكم جميعا. وحين التقينا في أمريكا عاودتنا ذكريات خدمة في الأردن، وأيضا كنتم لنا بركة في أمريكا أيضا. من ذلك الوقت أنتم دائما في صلواتنا، ربي يبارككم ويكمل عمل في حياتكم.
بالبداية بحب أهني الماما والبابا لأجل هاليوم السعيد، وشكرا لكم لكل الحضور. البابا والماما كانوا بقدرش أعبر قديش غاليين على قلوبنا. البابا كان دائما يبلش أي شيء الماما بعد ما طبعا تعمل لنا الأكل الزاكي وكل شيء كان دائما يبلش بمزمور، واليوم بدي أعطيهم هالمزمور حتى نكرمهم بهذه الكلمات. طوبى لكل من يتقي الرب ويسلك في طرقه، لأنك تأكل تعب يديك، طوباك وخير لك. امرأتك مثل كرمة مثمرة امرأتك مثل كرمة مثمرة في جوانب بيتك، بنوك مثل غروس الزيتون حول مائدتك. هكذا يبارك الرجل المتقي الرب. يباركك الرب من صهيون، وتبصر خير أورشليم في أيام حياتك، وترى بنيك سلسلة على إسرائيل. نحن بنشكر الرب. هذا المزمور يعني لما بقرأ وبعرف إنه هاي بركات الرب وحضور الرب. البابا والماما عاشوا للمسيح، علمونا محبة المسيح، مش بس في البيت لكن بكل خدمة، بكل شيء عملوه. الماما كانت فعلا، أنا كنت أصغر واحدة بالعيلة لكن كانت صديقتي الغالية، كانت أعز صديقة لإلي، وبشكر الرب لأجلها ولأجل محبتها ولأجل فعلا أنها امرأة صالحة. البابا خدمته ومحبته وتضحياته لإلنا 8 أولاد، 4 بنات و4 شباب. هذا الشيء نحن بنشكر الرب لأجله، وبنتذكر كل خطوة كان يعملها وكل تضحية عملها لأجلنا، ومهما حكينا ما رح نقدر نكافيهم، ما رح نقدر نعبر قديش عن المحبة اللي فرجونا إياها. وهلأ باسم الأحفاد كمان نشكركم لأجل المثال الصالح. انتم مشيتوا تبعتم المسيح، والرب يقدرنا ان نتبع المسيح كما انتم تبعتوه. رب يبارككم ويخلينا اياكم يا رب.
امين. Thanks so much. Thank you, Baba. Thank you, Mama.
الحقيقة ربنا النهاردة بيقدم لنا مثال a very great example to his project. Marriage is God project. لذلك إبليس بيحاول يشوه هذا المثال. أنا بطلب من كل الشباب الصغير فوق، بطلب من كل الشباب الصغير يبص لهذا المثال. ربنا بيرد على أفكار إبليس من خلال حياتهم. 70 سنة بيعلنوا إن الله صالح وفكر الله صالح. سعيد بمعرفة جناب القسيس الأخت أم نزيه، بيشرفوني في الكنيسة. وجودهم بركة كبيرة. They are a great blessing to my church, really. Every time they came to our church, I feel that the Lord will bless us. بشكر الرب من أجلهم، بشكر الرب من أجلكم كتير. الرب يحفظهم. والحقيقة النهاردة الرب شغلني بآية هقولها لهم. الآية دي موجودة في سفر استير إصحاح 6 وعدد 6. لما دخل هامان قال له الملك: ماذا يفعل لرجل سر الملك أن يكرمه؟ دي الآية اللي أنا بقولها لك. هكذا يفعل الرب لرجل سر الملك أن يكرمه. الحقيقة مش إحنا الأونر him, but the Lord honor him. We are honor him because the Lord honor him. He's a very good example. He followed Jesus all of his life. He served God all of his life. And the Lord is doing that to everyone who serves the Lord. If you serve the Lord, I don't think the Lord gonna honor you. But if you serve the Lord gonna honor you. Not here only, but in the front of the Christ throne. بصلي لكم من كل قلبي، وخليني أصلي لكم. يا رب أنا بشكرك من كل القلب يا رب، من أجل نعمتك اللي ظاهرة في حياتهم، من أجل محبتك اللي سكنت في قلوبهم واللي سكنت في قلوب أولادهم وأحفادهم. نعم يا رب، نسله للبركة. أشكرك يا رب، أشكرك. عمر مديد ليهم يا رب، سنوات ممتدة فيها يخدموك، فيها يمجدوك، فيها يرفعوا اسمك عاليا، فيها يعظموا اسمك أيها الرب يسوع. بعلن ان ولادهم احفادهم ملك للرب، وبنرفض يا رب ان ابليس يكون ليه ظلف في اولادنا او احفادنا. نعم نعبد الرب، انا وبيتي نعبد الرب من كل قلوبنا. ليك يا رب كل كرامه، كل مجد، كل عزه من الان والى الابد، امين.
ميكروفون لاستراليا ليديا.
Yes, I just want to thank Zuhair and Ben, Zach and Ben. Big thank you, big round of applause for Ben and Zuhair for opening the door for this beautiful invitation for all around the world. Greece, Ohio, Sydney, where did we come from? Of course, England, yes, London, and all around America. Thank you so much. God bless you. May the Lord provide for you and reward you with all His blessings from above. Thank you all for coming. Please enjoy the party. We are gonna ندرك هلا كل واحد يبلش السهرة. Okay? أهلا وسهلا فيكم.
Thank you so much. I want to say something, whatever, because it was not there the second time. Really, without Ben, we don't have this party today.
100%.
By the way, most of you guys, you received the invitation from Ben, not from me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ben.
Thanks so much, Ben, for your love, your heart, your everything. Anybody want to say anything about my mom and dad before we give the microphone to Badil and play on the food and start the party? My dad, you want to say something?
Let's say I thank you, thank God before everything. أنا بشكر الرب قبل كل شيء. الرب أعطاني نعمة وامتياز منه يكون لي أولاد وبنات وأحفاد منتشرين تقريبا في العالم.
God, He gave him the blessing that he have kids around the world. They're spreading around the world.
وأنا اللي برفع راسي بالرب يسوع اللي أعطاني هذه العطايا المباركة.
In Jesus Christ.
في شغله بحب اشارككم فيها لانه كثير ناس في ناس ما بيعرفوني، كثير ناس بجوز تعرفت عليهم جديد اليوم. في حياة الواحد بمرق كثير اشخاص بيعدوا، في اشخاص بحياته بيتركوا اثر كبير على حياته، وانا واحد من الناس اللي بعتبرهم عن جد زي ابوي وزي امي، العمو ابو نزيه والعمي ام نزيه، لانه واحدة من المايلستونز اللي أنا تغيرت فيها حياتي بأمريكا، مش أمريكا ومش شغلي ومش حياتي، هو إني تغيرت لأني عرفت الرب. وأكيد ربنا هو السبب إني أنا بعرفه لأني تقربت له، بس كمان في أشخاص على الأرض أنا بعتبرهم ماسنجرز، هم اللي بيكون لهم السبب الرئيسي. بتذكر بجاردن جروف كان العمو والعمي ام نزيه بيروحوا على كنيسه بجاردن جروف. I've never been to like a Baptist church, okay? My dad is Catholic, which I don't have an issue with it. So one time I went على الكنيسه, and the way I felt after I left is the way how everyone made me feel like I'm part of the family. And from that day forward, I put God first in my life because of those people. So one of the other things I want to say, العمو والعمة دائما بحكي أنا زهير وبان والكل, they are the product of those families. عمو والعمة والعمو أبو بشار والكل. And the reason why you see 200 people in one house is because of the love that they provide for everyone. The amount of love they have is not coming from just Zuhair or Ban. They've learned it from their parents. So we got to give all the credit for them. I've seen a lot, okay? And they've shared a lot in their lives, and the amount of love and forgiveness they have to people is something that I've never experienced in my life. So I want to thank them so much. Happy anniversary. Inshallah عقبال happy 100th anniversary يا رب. مبروك.
Thank you رامي. حبوب نصري حاب يشاركنا بكلمة؟
يس. ما دام الاكل برد خلص خلينا نتكلم. اوكي. Just one no comedy, just one thing. طبعا الكل بحب الاخ ابو نزيه وام نزيه، بس وفي اشي اذا الكل ملاحظه انه محبته لزوجته بتخجل كل واحد رجل متجوز. دائما انا بروح من عنده محابس بالخجل طريقه محبته واهتمامه في ام نزيه، وبتضحكلوش ام نزيه وهو مدلل فيها. هذه لحالها نشكر الرب عليك يا رب، انت مثل الكل.
كل سنة وانتم سالمين يا رب، وإن شاء الله بنيجي بنحتفل فيكم بعيد زواجكم ال100.
أنا رائدة عويس، قرايبهم لدار أبو نزيه. بحب أحكي لأبو نزيه وأم نزيه إنه مش هن قرايبي بس، هن أهلي اللي أنا عشت أنا وياهم 20 سنة مع بعض ببيت واحد، وهن بمثابة أمي وأبي مش قرايب. فبحب أتمنى لهم طولة العمر والصحة يا رب، والله يمد بعمرهم ويعطيهم مش 120 سنة يا رب، ونحتفل فيهم بهداك اليوم، ويخلي زهير وبيت زهير عامر يلم إخوانه وأهله، لأنه زهير ابن فاضل رضي والدين وربنا موفقه علشان هيك.
you.